What's up guys, this is Alex from alexfromsound.com, and today's video is going to be a little different. This question I'm about to answer rolled into my mailbox, but I want to do a new style video where I answer mixing related questions, production related questions, anything about recording related questions. I want to answer good questions that you guys have for me, because you guys ask really good questions, and a lot of these questions I answer over lessons anyway, so I feel like it will be really valuable to be able to do this for you. If you want to ask me questions, follow me on Instagram and DM me nice bulky questions that I can answer for you. So today's question was, what is your favorite drum compressor, and is it required to compress drums? Let's get to it. What's your favorite drum compressor? Well, I have a couple in mind, but my absolute favorite drum compressor is the original compressor in Logic Pro X. So it would be this one right here. This is my favorite drum compressor. So if we go ahead and take a kick that we have right here, let me turn my volume off real quick. That's what the kick sounds like without compression. And if we go ahead and compress it with it, and let's go ahead and turn it off and on so we could hear the subtle difference. So what you're actually hearing, oh, turn off the metronome, that'll mess up that transient. So what you're actually hearing when you compress drums is you're making the transient, which is the attack, right here. You're making this a lot stronger and punchier, and you're actually pressing down back here, making this quieter. So my favorite drum compressor is this one. My other favorite compressor for anything is this one. But I don't use this for drums as much because you have to shape it more. You have to play around more with the attack and release. The Logic compressor is already at a good default setting. So yeah, that would be my favorite drum compressor. And is it really necessary to compress drums? Like, do we have to worry about it? Because I know it's a lot easier to go ahead and start making your song, laying it all down, getting all the melodics done, the songwriting done, and the mixing done, and it usually sounds good without worrying about compressing drums sometimes, or a lot of times. But is it really necessary to compress drums? Yes and no. So there are drums that you have to compress, and then drums that are already compressed. If you're a big user of Splice.com or sample packs, and all of your drums that you usually use are sample based, like they're audio files, a lot of the times those drums are actually already compressed. So compressing those would not really do anything for you besides just compress them more than they actually are. So, you know, if you go shop around on Splice for a kick and a snare, a lot of times those snares and kicks, whether they're going to be compressed or not, the way they are made is to be standalone awesome most of the time. It's very rare though you come across a raw sample that needs mixing in sample packs and Splice.com. So if you're shopping around for drums on Splice.com and in sample packs, I really wouldn't worry about it. But if you are using a drum synthesizer, that is a completely different story, because now it's time to compress drums, because they are raw. Any drum synthesizer is raw, and if you have a bunch of layers of drums that you remain uncompressed but they're raw, being generated from a drum synthesizer, then you're gonna have loose sounding drums. That's what uncompressed things sound like, is loose. So you're gonna have a loose sounding drum line, which, you know, in ways could sound cool depending on the genre. But if you're in a tighter genre like pop, hip hop, and EDM, which is what I like to focus on, you have to really compress those drums. Another set of type of drums that you have to compress a lot is acoustic drums, whether they are actually acoustic or they're being generated from an acoustic virtual instrument. So drums like that, you're going to want to compress a lot and nicely, and it'll give you a nice tight punch every time those drums happen. So that's what you're getting. Every time you compress drums, you're making the punchy job of the drums punchier and tighter. When you don't compress drums, they're going to stay loose. Whether that's a desired sound for you or an undesired sound for you, they will sound loose. So there you go, guys. Leave your comments in the, or if you want to ask questions, go to Alex Rome Sound on Instagram.com and DM me nice questions that I can make cool videos like this about. And go ahead, subscribe to me if you're new here. Leave comment in the comments section below and like this video. Peace out, guys.